What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever. Period. I am your host, Pharaoh. We are joined by our wonderful co-host, Lee. Lee, baby, Survivor's back.
She's back. Right on motherfucking time because, baby, Big Brother, let's wrap her up. Let's wrap her up. We're getting back to the CBS shows. Okay. We're getting back to those.
Okay.
I'm saying that like I don't be dragging Survivor every day. I'm not.
It's weird because Survivor, these last two seasons, they're not like they haven't been especially not last season, but there's been moments on Survivor 46, Survivor 47 where I was like, okay, there's something there. Y'all have something. And then watch Survivor Australia, it's like there's very much something.
Very much something. Even Amazing Race has its tings, you know?
Yeah.
And Big Brother has its moment. When Big Brother is good, when she's really doing what needs to be done, she is the best show in the world. But when she pisses me off, go in that corner and think about what you did.
Yeah. But we're here talking Survivor 49, the cast. We're going to get into the cast, gag about them or not, and then draft our teams for the season, honey. So
the winning team. I will say, to be fair, I won the last Survivor season.
With Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. Big Daddy Kyle. Big Kyle.
Ate that up.
Yeah, no, Lee has been eating up these drafts. It was only one time that I drafted the Survivor winner. So, hey.
Flopiana. Hey.
Flop Pharaoh.
Some people can't help to be a flop. Some people
Flop Pharaoh.
Flop Arrow?
Flop Row.
Crazy.
All right. Boom. Here we have it. The cast of Survivor 49.
Period.
These are the tribes they're going to be on, or they are on. Lee, when you first saw this cast, what did you think?
It's kind of like every new era cast at this point. It's like, okay.
Right.
You know, nothing like, it's not like a gaggy moment, unfortunately. Yeah. But in general, I'm intrigued, I will say. You know, I think the diversity looks fair. Of course, CBS could always do better in certain areas, but it looks like a lot of people from different backgrounds. But I mean, I'm just not like gagged,
Yeah, not gagged either. Visually, off of visuals, I wasn't gagged. When I saw it, I was like, I'm not gagging. I'm one to always push the boundaries. I was like, why is there so many white girls? And all of these women is not white, but if you're looking Annie, Nicole, Sophie, Shannon, Sage, Savannah, Sophie again, I'm like, damn.
Well, like, Sophie's Latino.
I know, I'm just saying, but visually, immediately off of visuals, I was like, whoa. And then even when you get into it, only one of those people were not white. It was just Sophie. She's Cuban. Everyone else was white. It's like, why is there 7 white girls?
Yeah.
There's no need for that. And I think that's because I'm always like, I don't give a fuck how diverse y'all did over here. There's always somewhere else to diversify it up. Baby, there could have been some Punjabi women in here. What happened to Charisma was an icon. We could get another representation like that. We could get an East Asian woman up in here. Where's these girls at? Where's the girls? Rachel just won 2 seasons ago. Hello?
Ooh.
Hello? Erica just won. Erica and Rachel are 2 of the winners from the new era. Y'all don't have nobody that look like them on the season. Why not? I'm wondering. So that's my thing.
Yeah, I didn't even clock that. Honestly, like I said, when I saw the cast, I was like, okay. So I didn't even like dig deeper. No shade. No shade. But honestly, now that you called it out, it's like, oh, they just in a row. They really just in a row. Wagger.
And then you put the 2 black girls on the same tribe, which is, I guess, thank you.
They put the 2 black men on the same tribe too.
And it's like, thank you, but also, why is it only just them? And even Sophie made the comment. She made the comment while I was watching her interview. She was like, I'm probably the only Latino girl here. And I was like, well, I don't think so. And then when I finished, I was like, damn, she is. Like, because in my mind, I was like, well, no, there's diversity rule now. She's probably wrong. There's probably one other one. No, she was the only Latino girl here. That's it. Like, so that's all. Those were my thoughts. Diversity could be better. But hey, they do what they do with the 50% rule. And that's that.
They say you're a white man with dreads.
You're
gonna get 9, and you're gonna get 9 and deal with it, bitch.
Yeah.
We said 50%.
Yeah.
Not 51.
Yeah.
Keep it cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on the dot, honey. But other than that, I didn't really have much thoughts until I got into their casting videos. Now, these last couple of seasons, we've watched their videos and we've been like, bitch, ain't nobody a fan for real. This was a little different, right? Wasn't it a little better?
The girl that asking which one's the Latina. It's Sophie without the E.
Sophie B.
On blue. On
the Kelly tribe, Sophie B. She's Cuban. Yeah. But no, we got last couple seasons we've been like, no one is really a fan. They're just getting people who have been fans in the pandemic. But this season, when I listened, I was like, it's a little bit more.
It seems like every single person has been a fan since they were a kid, except MC, who just started on Survivor 47. And then Steven started in the pandemic. Everyone else, from what I believe, said that they watched since they were like children or high school, like
or
very
at
young
least
age.
At least before the pandemic. There were a few, or there were maybe two who were like, my wife/husband watched it, so when I married them, they got me into it. But that was still
years ago.
Exactly. Right. That was not to call them old, but that was still 20 years.
Always trying to age shame some goddamn body.
I didn't. We're not even talking about nobody right now. Yeah, but yeah. So it was.
Mind you, you're pushing 30.
It was 30 isn't old.
You make it seem like it is.
I didn't say anyone 30 years old. I don't recall.
Brown Charlie said, Lee, what's your track record on Survivor drafts? Well,
yeah,
just to shit on Pharaoh real quick.
From the beginning, girl.
I love shitting down, you know. So I'm only gonna give you the TRK era.
Okay, boom.
So I won with Marianne, boom. Gabler, boom. Jam Jam,
boom.
D,
boom.
Kenzie,
boom.
And then Pharaoh won with Rachel, and then I won with Kyle.
Boom. So that's 6-1.
It's bad for you. And like I said, we've been doing this draft since BB17. So he's lost a lot. But hey, he's a loser. I don't know what to say. Someone said, is Nate black? Yes, Nate is black. Nate and Jawan are the black men. They're on the Yuli tribe.
I didn't know exactly what Alex was. When I watched his interview, he didn't necessarily speak on it. But
he said he's biracial, I think.
Okay, he potentially did. I remember thinking, I'm like, what are you mixed with? I don't remember him saying exactly what he's mixed with, but maybe he did mention biracial. But Alex is potentially black in some ways. So yes, those are my thoughts.
It's Alex, Nate, and Jawan.
Yeah.
And then you got MC and Christina.
Yeah.
I look out for my girl. I look out for my girls.
Amen. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Any more thoughts?
That's all I'm looking for. No shade. And it's like, that's not even like trying to like, it's not even a thing. Like, I feel like I've spoken to so many black people where it's like growing up on TV or watching any show, like immediately you're like rooting for the black person. Because it's like you never really see them anywhere, or you do see them, they're the only one in the room. Like, so, and I was a huge fan of reality TV. So every single show, I'm just like, come on, girl, you got this. Period. You got America's Next Top Model, baby. Every season of America's Next Top Model, I was like, come on, girls. Come on, girl. I love seeing a black girl win America's Next Top Model. Oh, I just love it. But it's just like, you got it. Bitch, I'm watching Jeopardy. Come on, girl. Wheel of Fortune. Come on, girl. You better answer that. Yep.
Amen.
It's just natural. So as soon as I see the cast, I'm like, where my black girls at? And I assume everyone would do that. Like, if you're Asian, I would be like, where my Asian girls at? If I was Latino, I would be like, where my Latino? Like, I feel like
that's why I'm like, where are they at? That's why I'm like, where are they at? Y'all can't just put 7 white girls. Like, have some, give some to somebody else. But Carl says in the chat, any eye candy for y'all? Not gonna lie.
No, I'm not gooped or gagged. Savannah.
Savannah. One of them women,
gorgeous. Savannah's gorgeous.
Them girls.
I think Sage is really pretty. But other than that, no. Yeah. I think Rizzo could catch me on the right night if I need something and there's nothing else available. But that's about it.
Yeah,
Alex could catch me on the right day.
Whoa.
For sure.
Not.
All right, now that I'm looking at Jawan a little bit more, maybe Jawan too. Maybe, you know what? When I really open my whore eyes,
it opens up your whole hole. For me, I'm not gonna lie. When I hear them speak and talk or whatever, Nate, that's a daddy. That's a daddy for
I love
me.
Nate.
That's a daddy that I just want to lay on his lap and just, like, lay on his lap. Like, Nate is the one for me. Like, Nate was the only one I was like, okay, you're actually my daddy. Like, I need to be up under you. But anyways, and Rizzo is a handsome young man. He's just like, you're a young man. Like, I need a man. I need a dad. Like, I need, come on. Okay. So yeah,
but
for
we're
me,
not
it was
here for that. We're not here for that. Let's be ladylike.
Right. Any more thoughts on the cast overall? Because we're gonna get into our drafts.
No, like I said, I didn't have too many major thoughts. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, like with Survivor, the new era, she comes up, and I'm like, hey, we're here. We're here. I think I'm just ready for that reset. You know, she's had her good moments. The new era has had her good moments. They have produced some really good, like, I think, personalities that it's unfortunate we don't really get to see them play out with each other. But I'm just ready for a reset. We're here for it. Like after 50, I'm just hoping that we enter a new genre of Survivor. Like I'm really hoping that Survivor 50 really just takes Survivor back up to that next notch, where it's like a real fast-paced game. Like it's crazy how the game is shorter, but it feels longer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 39 days was more fast-paced than I feel like what we get now. And it's like they like promote the like fast-pacedness of it, and it doesn't feel like fast-paced because the moves doesn't feel electric. Like I'm hoping Survivor 50 gives us back that feeling of like yes, exactly. You know. And they had this moment. I'm not saying it didn't have its moment. Like some moments in this new era, they really did what needed to be done. But like I said, I just want that reset. So I'm here for Survivor 50. I think this is going to be a great season. I actually kind of trust this cast a little bit, especially because two of them are going to be on Survivor 50. Rizzo and Savannah. If the girls do not know, Rizzo and Savannah from the Yulee tribe are confirmed on Survivor 50. So I just feel like maybe this is going to be a good season for certain reasons, but we're going to see.
Yeah, I'm excited. And electric is a good word. Like there hasn't been any electric seasons in this new era. There's maybe been moments here and there, but it's just missing a flair.
A full season, it's like I'm not getting it.
It's missing a flair, and I need that flair. Shout out to Theodore. Theodore says, usually I root for Canadians, but Jake is from Alberta, and that's basically Maple Maga land. Maybe I'm wrong, but he does give Maple Maga. I don't know.
Someone else said that. They said Alberta is like the Texas of Canada.
Oh, God. Yeah, Jake, according to his interview to me, did give a little bit Maple Maga land, but I don't know that man. Who knows what that man is doing in his personal life? But he is not the only Canadian. Jeremiah, I believe, is also a Canadian. Yeah.
And so they're on the same tribe. Jake and Jeremiah are on the same tribe. They're both Canadian. I found it really interesting that both Steven and Nicole, they're on separate tribes, but they both mentioned having a hearing disability. Growing up,
they did
things like that. What I love, I'm really hoping, this is my secret hope, that Nate and Jawan become best friends.
Duo.
Because they're both like slightly analytical and slightly nerdy. Nate is a film producer. He's worked on several Marvel films. If y'all don't know, bitch, I love Marvel movies, bitch. Like I have watched the Infinity Saga like fucking 90 times, and that's not even bullshitting, okay? Like, and Jawan is a screenwriter, so I'm like really hoping that they can like form a relationship. They're both black, like they, you know, similar experiences. They seem so similar, and that's what I find really, really interesting. Like, I hope they like connect. I really hope they connect. That could be really fun.
I agree.
I'm wondering if Savannah and Rizzo are gonna work together because they're both on a starting tribe. Like, is this a duo? Because you know you got Kyle and Camilla. I'm like, do they want to try to get another duo? Like, what is that tea?
Yeah, very true. I'm like, I was also thinking that. I'm like, this is the starting tribe. They're both on the starting tribe. Are there going to be a final two, or maybe they're going to be enemies? Because they also got Q and Tiffany, who had that beef. And I'm like, and they made it seem like Jeff made it seem like he purposely got Tiffany because she beefed with Q, and that was her only fucking reason
that fucking
to be on
pissed me the fuck off. Like, don't make Tiffany's reason for coming back all about a whole nother person. Like, I'm really hoping Tiffany comes to Survivor 50 and like just like fucking kills it, okay? And show bitches why the fuck she should be on Survivor 50.
So yeah, I'm like wondering if maybe that's what it is. So they could either be. I think their games might be intertwined regardless. I think they got a lot of people from the same season whose games were intertwined. They're starting off on the same tribe, so I think they're gonna have a lot of something. Shout out to Sappy Panda, Lee and Pharaoh, just showing you love to make up for me quitting BB27. Looking forward to your Survivor coverage. Thank you.
You're here every week, mama.
Period. Boom. Lee, let's get into these motherfucking drafts. It's time, honey.
You're ready to lose again, mama?
I'm hopefully not going to lose again. No one loves a steamroll. Who said that in the somebody said that in the interviews? because they were talking about moments they love and moments they don't love. No one loves a steamroll. We always root for the
I
underdog.
love a steamroll if my faves are doing it.
Root for me.
I
Okay.
love a good steamroll, bitch. The cookout season.
And you know what? I don't even love
a
a steamroll with my faves. I didn't consider the cookout a steamroll, so maybe I'm
girl. That was a steamroll. They stomped to the end, bitch.
And I just don't. Maybe I don't know what a steamroll is. I clearly don't know what a steamroll is.
I consider a steamroll is when
faves.
a dominant alliance is forging their way to the game, taking out anything in its path.
Okay, boom. So that was a steamroll.
And the cookout is the most successful alliance in BB history because all 6 of them got to the end of the game. That's a steamroll. That's the biggest steamroll in reality TV history.
And I didn't have no problem with that
at all.
But no, I think that's the only time my faves have steamrolled.
When the leftovers was steamrolling BB24, see that. Didn't give a damn. When Sari was steamrolling pre-Jerry BB25, I kind of gave a damn because Jerry was annoying me, but Sari was winning. Didn't give a damn.
I didn't really like that. So yeah, maybe you're still a no. Maybe if it's my faves, I'm cool with it. I think it depends. It's so weird because with the Cookout and Taylor, this is Big Brother, but still with the Cookout and Taylor, it's so hard for me to conceptualize it because I didn't love that they were steamrolling because I love them. I kind of think I love that they were steamrolling because of what happened. What it was for. The cookout was for a bigger reason. Taylor was for a bigger reason. You know, it's never been a normal situation. I wonder if in a normal situation, if my fave steamroll, if I would be like, well, I'm kind of rooting for the other girls to kind of do a little even back and forth, no shade, or if I'm not going to care. I want to see a normal situation and then go from there. Because I'm a contrarian. We move. All right.
And that's really the problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I think there's benefits. There's benefits. I did lose the last draft. So I will be launching.
Girl, you bet not pick my people.
Oh, y'all, okay. So when I was like writing my list, when me and Lee were talking about it, it was like giving, bitch, I don't know who the fuck I'm picking.
Don't know.
It was all over the place, y'all.
Anybody can win this season, it feels like. Like, this is going to be, I think, a pretty interesting season because a lot of people seem like on level playing fields as far as like their knowledge of the game and what they plan to do in the game. Like, I won't say a lot of duds, but I feel like there were a lot of people where I didn't get the sense of how they would actually play the game of Survivor. And I'm only confident, I would say I'm confident in my top 3. I am pretty sure about my top 7.
Nope, not even that.
And then everything else is a wash. I don't know.
I'm not confident in anything. This is just vibes. A lot, even some of these, it's just because I'm like, I like this person better than this person, so I'm putting her above them. Like, to me, this is vibes. I have no idea. I have a very little idea. So hey, I'm vibing, Lee vibing. Let's see what happens. My first pick.
Who are you picking?
My first pick is Nate. This is my daddy. This is my man.
I'm mad. He was number 4 for me.
Interesting. So, okay, I really loved Nate. I think the theme for me with this draft was who appears level-headed, because I feel like there were a lot of people who seemed smart but didn't necessarily seem level-headed. They didn't have that winner energy in the terms of like, I can make a firm decision, I can do da-da-da-da. And this is a quality I feel like Nate really had. Nate really seemed like he could be level-headed. He's also a very, very big super fan. He's been watching for decades, bitch. And he had a lot of just interesting perspectives on things. I liked what he said about the players he felt he identified with. He said Earl Cole. He said Earl Cole was very steadfast. He was capable of winning the game and making everyone vote for him, even though he took all of them out. I find Earl Cole one of the most impressive winners. So the fact that he said that, I felt like, okay, I have an eye on you. And then he said Chrissy Hoffbeck. And I said, oh, okay, you know exactly.
When he mentioned Chrissy, I said, I know that's motherfucking right.
And then he mentioned Ferris from Survivor Australia.
And I said, you know what you're talking about. That's another reason why I think him and Jawan could be a good duo, because Jawan also is a huge super fan that watches Survivor Australia. Like, they can connect on so many things. Like, fuck the show. I need them to be a duo in real life and start giving us some movies. That's what I want. We need another Mike White up in this bitch. Okay?
Amen. And do So yes,
But no, I
really
agree. I agree. He seems really level-headed. He seems very smart. A few people seem to have mentioned him in their preseason interviews, and that kind of scared me because from what I gathered, it didn't seem the most positive. However, I could see him doing well when he's on the island, just because of his knowledge of the game. Like, I don't see him being standoffish on the island. Like, I would assume he wouldn't do that. I just think he would have to manage his threat level. He seemed like someone that could potentially be seen as a threat, especially if he's doing well. So hopefully, he's just able to find a good footing. I think on this starting tribe, it could be really good because Jawan is there. If him connect a little bit, maybe they could start something and build upon that. But, child, you never know. They could be the odd man out. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, the other reason I wanted to choose him is because of his starting tribe. Sage, who is on his starting tribe, actually said he was someone she was thinking about working with. She said she likes NM, and that's his initials, Nate Moore. So that was someone who I was like, okay, there's already a connection. Savannah also said she wants to work with NM, which is Nate Moore. So Sage and Savannah both mentioned wanting to work with him, and him and Jawan have so much in common. I was like, he is set up in his starting tribe as well. And my third thing was, this seems like to me a strong tribe. Something about certain tribes I wasn't feeling. This seems like a strong tribe. Sage was in the military, so she's going to do very well. Nate said he's prepared physically and mentally at puzzles. He's done a lot of puzzles preparing. Riz God talked about working on puzzles. So this is a prepared tribe and a strong tribe. So I'm like, this is going to be the tribe that's going to make it to merge. He's probably going to be aligned with maybe Sage, maybe Savannah, maybe Jawan. Like, he's good. So for me, I was like, he's eating.
Not you really call that man Riz God. I am not calling him that.
I love that. You don't love that?
I'm not calling him Riz
God.
That. His name is Rizzo. I like Rizzo more.
I like Rizzo more. Rizzo is so unique in its own, but he's Riz God to me.
I can't.
I love Riz God, y'all. But yes, Nate is my pick. Oh, I can. Let me play a little clip. Y'all can get his energy, his vibe, or something like that. I can just put it on there.
2 seasons of Riz God. No, he's literally going to be here back to back. That's going to be crazy.
God. Oh, are y'all going to be able to hear this? I hope so.
But I truly would play this game if it wasn't on TV. It's not about being in front of the cameras for me. It's really about the game itself.
I can hear it.
Okay, so let me make the box smaller.
Ciao.
Okay, let me listen.
Let's look back upon the previous Titans of the game.
Sure.
Give me one winner and one non-winner who you identify with the most, either personally, strategically.
Yeah, I think one winner that I think is fantastic that goes under the radar a lot is Earl Cole.
You're in Fiji.
Exactly, and it was a tough season, and what I loved about Earl's game is that he led people and people liked him, and there were some strong personalities on that season, but Earl, I think, was the first unanimous winner in history.
Yep.
I think he had one vote against him in all the tribals because he was such a good
player. We can stop it.
People knew it wasn't necessarily in their interest to keep him. They did.
Period. So there's him. Next we have Lee's pick.
Ciao. My next pick, and I'm gonna just say it, Savannah.
I know that's right.
The reason why I picked Savannah mainly is because she's going to be on Survivor 50 for a reason. And there are winners on Survivor 50. She could be a winner. I mean, I don't know. Her energy was really, really good. She seems to know a lot about herself. And I love that. Like, she just seems like a very confident person. She mentioned loving players like Kim and Dee. And I totally got that energy. And she specifically mentioned, like, the social ability. Like, she seems to know how much a social game is important in this game. And I just feel like she's the type of person that could be really good at connecting with people. People would see her as an asset in the game. But in general, like I said, I don't know. If I'm being honest, her and Rizzo, it was hard. Them being on Survivor 50 was a big bias for me as far as this rating. I think she had a really impressive one. She would still be high regardless, but she's number one specifically because I know she's going to be on 50. And based on that, plus what I saw in the interview, I was like, this is going to be an all-time player. Gotta be. because it's very rare when they have players come back the very next season, especially women. So I'm like, I want to see what she's gonna give. I feel like the thing that she was saying, I really enjoyed it. She said she watched since she was a kid. She also mentioned that she loves villains like Fairplay and Russell, and she kind of gives me a little bit of like villain energy. So I feel like she could be a really fun just personality on the show and a good gamer, which, like I said, is kind of rare to have those type of players. And like, I don't know, like I'm living.
Yeah, I liked her. She was actually 8 on my list. I felt like she was giving, I felt like she was giving, she would do good and then she would lose because of the loving the supervillains. I want to cause a little mayhem. She kept saying, she's like, I really love the moments where people are causing mayhem. I want to be on the island. I want to cause mayhem and mischief, and I want to do mischievous stuff. And that, to me, I was like, okay, you're going to fuck yourself up, Queen. I think she's going to do very well. I really liked a lot of what she was saying. I just felt like she seemed like someone who isn't going to be able to hold herself back from making a move and doing the big things. And in the new era, a lot of the people who do that have lost the game. That's what's been happening. It's been, you've been making the moves, you get sent home. It's kind of the more chill, relaxed, quieter people. I think Savannah gonna get out there and make it and be making some moves and flipping some votes and yada, yada, yada. So by the time we get to the end game, it's like, they're gonna take her out. So that's what I see for her. I see her making it far and getting taken out. I'm like, who's gonna let you get to final 3?
This is why you lose these drafts. You know that, right?
Because I don't pick Savannah.
What is your perception? Your perception of people just be...
She said, I want to cause mayhem. That's not. Oh, that's not.
You hate it. 8 is crazy.
It does give Venus energy. She compared herself to Venus.
She said that she may be perceived as a Parvati or a Venus.
And then she said, I also feel like I relate to them, so let me not gas myself up. That's exactly what she said.
But still.
The thing is, I love her. She's an icon. No, I love her.
Parvati has won the game.
I love her down.
You know, like Parvati didn't win the game?
And then after that, no one else like Parvati has won. That's
exactly.
The thing.
Until
like,
Savannah, bitch.
Until Savannah. No, I literally
Savannah.
want her to win, so I'm not going to argue with you. I literally want her to win. I love her down. And she's on a great tribe.
Honestly, I'm gagged that you have her so low.
It was because of the mayhem shit. I think she's going to be evil. I think she's going to be a villain. And she's going to eat that shit up, and they're going to take her out.
We love a villain. D was a villain.
I'm not choosing who I love. I'm not.
It's not about just loving.
Her.
You love strategic players. This is going to be a strategic diva that wins the game.
I think she's going to be strategic. I think she's going to be great. I love her. I'm excited. And she's on a great tribe. This Uli tribe is finna body the fucking game. She's already predicted to be on Survivor 50, so that's another good reason to choose her. I think she's going to be good. Mm-hmm. She wants to work with Nate.
She's going to be really interesting because she did mention working with Nate, but she said that she is cautious of him and that she's someone she would want to work with and then cut right before merge or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, she does not care to play a cutthroat and bold game. And while I think you're right, it could fuck her up towards the end, she's going to be a really fun player this season. Like,
I think she's going to be super fun. Loved her down. Oh, let me see if I have a clip of her. Clip's a little hard, honey.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do the clips, child.
Okay, because they're a little hard. I gotta find it. I gotta.
It's cool. It's cool. Just go your next pick.
Okay, boom. Next we have. I have this person, and I don't know if I wanted to choose this person. I changed this list around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times, but I think I'm gonna do it. Actually, I'm choosing. This is gonna be a hot one. Lee gonna be like, "What?" Sage.
What type of drugs are you on?
I'll say that. I knew he was gonna say that.
I have Sage number 17.
I bet you did. Loved Sage.
No, I loved Sage as well. I also loved Sage.
Okay.
But
boom.
Your second draft pick?
My second draft pick. She was actually my first. She was actually my first. Until I watched Nate's video.
Why you lose?
Sage is that girl.
Chat. This is why this man lose.
And when Sage is Rachel.
Do not feel sorry for him. Do not hope for him to win. This is what he do to y'all. Y'all be like, oh, rooting for Pharaoh. And this is what he do. This is what he does. There is 18 people.
You're not finna drag this lady. You're not finna drag this lady.
I'm not dragging her. I'm not dragging her. But there are 18 people.
Oh, okay. You're not dragging her though.
I just can't. Say your piece, baby. Say your piece.
Loved her down. Loved her down.
I
loved her down.
also loved her.
I feel like what I noticed in her interview is that she was very self-aware. She also had the same energy that I'm looking for. She was very calm. She didn't seem too erratic. She didn't seem like she was going to be jumping to do big moves. In the new era, the bitch is jumping to do big moves. Have lost. I don't think Sage is going to do that. I think she's going to play very level-headedly. She talked about being in the military, being very physical. So that's really, really good. She actually was a fan of the game. She talked about how she originally applied for Big Brother and then she instead got drafted to Survivor. She is a big fan. She also really likes Nate, who's on the tribe. She's going to be looking for allies in this tribe. I think that's going to help. So yeah, she also mentioned how what I really liked about her was that she said, I'm very empathetic, but that don't mean I won't vote a bitch out. And I think people are going to forget that I'm still going to play this game hard. I'm the type of person that if someone's crying or if someone needs my help, I'm going to speak to them and I'm going to be genuine. I'm really going to mean that. But at the end of the day, they got to go. I'm voting them the fuck out. And for me, I was like, okay, she knows exactly what she needs to do. She has it. I loved her. Left her down.
I liked her personality as well, and I agree with the level-headed personality of her. Like, I really see what you mean on that front. It's just what threw me off was kind of like a winner that she identified with. She mentioned Marianne, and when people mention Marianne, I'm like, do you just love Marianne? Because she mentioned like how Marianne led with her spirit, and I'm like, Marianne is not a game that you could like replicate. You know what I mean? And then she said she loves Ty as the non-winner because he's such a lovable person and things like that. I just felt like some of the responses she gave were not as game centered as I would necessarily like. And then she also mentioned that she feels like there's a moral line when it comes to gaming. Like there's some things that she just will not do. And I was like, girl, what does that mean? You know what I mean? That threw me off. And then she also mentioned that she could be impulsive. Like some of her negatives really just stood out to me as big indicators when I was like analyzing her entire personality. But we don't really know these people, and it's really no shade to her because I actually did love her. I'm just gooped and gagged that she was your second pick. Like, true.
Yes. And honestly, when she said the Marianne and Ty thing, I was like, okay, girl, I'm not feeling it. But she specifically said, I like that they were underestimated because of their personality. I like that they were sneaky and they were actually good players. And she mentioned the moments when Marianne used her. She mentioned moments that I was like, oh, okay, I'll fuck with it. But yeah, she's also on the Uli tribe. And honestly, a lot of the Uli tribe was high for me. I feel like they're going to eat. They're going to make it fun. I feel like she could definitely be in merge. I feel like if she's in merge, she won't be a threat. I feel like if she's not a threat, she can make it in the game. So that's another pro. Period. Who you got next, King?
Once again, I feel like this could be slightly unfair, but you let me have them both, so I'm getting Rizzo.
Period.
A lot of it is because of what we saw.
Rizzo was low. Wasn't you was gonna get him regardless.
The thing about Rizzo is that I liked his bio. I like when the person is like really, really passionate about the game. He seems like someone who really studied it and wants to go out and play. Some of the things that scared me is when he mentioned like wanting to be one of the best on the Mount Rushmore, but we know he's on Survivor 50. So I'm like, there has to be some truth to what he's saying a little bit. If we didn't know he was on Survivor 50, I think he would still be higher up for me. Maybe not number 2, but knowing he's going to be on Survivor 50, I'm like, one of these people could be the winner of the game. And I'm drafting. Like some of this is me trying to get into the 3D chess of it all. But I could see him being a really good player within the season. Like, I don't think it's cheating, Alex. He let me have him.
It's definitely not cheating. It's definitely not cheating.
He let me have him.
It's definitely not cheating. It's not cheating. I just personally went based off what I saw, and for what I saw, they were not number 1 and number 2. Both of them had a lot of things. I was like, this isn't. It doesn't sound like a winner for either of them, honestly. Rizzo, it's
possible, but I know Kyle is on the season and he's a winner. Isn't there another winner?
No, there's 2 other winners. There definitely could be one other winner. It could definitely be one of them. Their bios didn't give winner. Like they don't seem like winners based on what I watched. I was like, I'm just gonna disregard that. I'm just gonna watch what I'm watching and see if I get the vibe. Didn't get the vibe. I got very big personality. Who lose?
I got very big personality, and that's fair. But I got big personalities.
No, you ain't. I love them.
I love both of them. Honestly, was that I picked Say so low because even though Say lost, bitch, I would have loved to have Say on my team as the number 1 pick. I wouldn't do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but honestly, and like I said, in the sense I am using the fact they're on Survivor 50, to me, it boosts what they're saying. I think what they're saying was good enough to that knowing if they're on Survivor 50, maybe it could be some goodness. At the end of the day, I'm trying to win the draft. So that's my strategy behind it. Let me see. He mentioned liking winners like JT. He's a huge JT super fan. I don't know much about JT's winning game, so I can't really speak on that. But similar to Savannah, I just feel like he's gonna be a really big personality in the season. Like I said, he said he wants to be one of the greats. And also a big thing, and this is another reason why I think he's a really high pick. He is a child of Albanian immigrants. So as a kid, he had to help his parents with his taxes. He had to help raise his autistic brother. He had to grow up at a very young age and do very adult things. So I do feel like there's a maturity there, even though he kind of is like with the Riz God and things like that. I think there's a sense of like just maturity there. You know, he had to do some pretty grown-up things at a very young age. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential here. I don't know if it's a winner, but hey, and honestly, if I'm being honest, like I said, I didn't get a lot. And the reason why I think Savannah and Rizzo will be high, regardless of what we see about them in Survivor 50, is because they're the people I got a real game sense for, a real passion and hunger for being out there. I didn't get that from a lot of people. I really didn't, or a good game sense, and I got a game sense from them. So yeah.
I agree. I love Rizzo. Y'all, this cast is one of the casts where I am so in love with so many people. I love Riz God. I love Savannah so much. Like I wish I had them on my I wish I had them on my tribes, but specifically Riz God. I love Riz God down. The issue is that he seems like he's going to big of a character to be able to make it all the way to the end of the game without getting sniped out. And, you know, you was coming for my girl Sage for the winner, she said, and the reason she said, this man said, I like JT. And, you know, on Heroes versus Villains, it was actually a good move for him to give the idol to Russell. Riz God said it was a good move for JT to give Russell the idol.
Didn't know what he was saying.
On Survivor Heroes versus Villains. Riz God said a lot of questionable things, but I think he's going to play hard, and I think that's why I'm going to love him, and I think that's why he's going to lose. I think he's going to play hard the entire game. His whole motto, the reason he's called Riz God, is because he has this motto that he's like, never give up. That's why he likes Denise. That's why he likes Malcolm. That's why he likes those type of players, because he's like, I don't ever want to give up in this game. I want to try till the wheels fall off, and I fucking respect that, and I think that's going to get him very far. I just think there has to be a level of calmness, and that's what I'm basing my draft off on. Again, it's who is going to be able to calm it down, be level-headed, and I feel like Riz God is going to go, and it's like, oof.
And you're mad.
No, I'm not. I'm actually going to be happy for it. I love him down. Yo, I love your draft. No shade. All right, my next pick.
Wait, y'all, let's prepare ourselves.
What? Oh my God. My next pick, I'm getting my top three. My next pick is, damn, everyone's from the same tribe. Jawan.
Really? We were high on the red tribe. Yeah, Jawan was number 9 for me. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Jawan, but hey, that's
love
crazy.
Jawan.
This is the whole red tribe. Wait,
this is a whole red. Only one more. Who's left?
Somebody.
Girl,
not getting picked.
Girl, it's one person left. I don't know the first boot on the red tribe, but I loved. Actually, we just keep this in. I loved Jawan. What I was not even concerned. I was curious about how social he can actually be. I think I was already a little surprised at his personality versus how much he was talking and giving up to Mike Bloom. So I think he's going to be more social than expected. Of course, he gives me Davey vibes. I have no choice but to get Davey vibes. He's a black nerd. He's a man. I just think he's going to quickly relate to someone like Nate. And I think that could be a source of a duo in this tribe. I think this tribe is going to do very good. Obviously, they're going to be good at puzzles, going to be good at challenges. So that was another plus. But also, I just liked everything he said. He's a super fan. He watched Survivor Australia. He's been watching since he was a kid. He said he was applying for 6 seasons and he could not get on. And then finally, when he finally was able to get on, he used Mike Bloom's interviews as a way for him to kind of prepare his video correctly. Like, he is a big fan of this game. I will say, can he make it to the end and win? I don't know. There's a part of me that I'm like, you need to have some drive. And I think he's a fan, but do you have that drive? Are you going to make that move? Are you going to do that thing? And I'm wondering that about him, but I still love him and he good.
could. And it kind of scared me because one of the things he mentioned was that he can make friends really easily, but he's scared about being able to cut them off essentially. And that scares me a little bit. But I got a lot of the positive thing that you were saying as well. I agree with that last point. Like, is he going to be able to have that drive to really take it to the end? I don't know. That's why he was number 9 for me. But honestly, at the end, I kind of wanted him as one of my people because I could see him having a really like scrappy run with some really interesting strategy because he's a super fan and he's a RHAP patron as well. So he's really deep in the fandom as far as like Survivor. So I could just see him being able to take that knowledge and expound upon it. But we've also seen people go out there and not be able to. So it just depends. It really just depends.
All right, who you got next? King?
I like them. Next is I'm getting my full top 3 as well. I'm taking Nicole.
Who the fuck is Nicole?
Oh my god.
I have her 15. Oh, I remember it. Okay, Nicole.
Why is like wow?
It's making so much sense. If you think about it, your tribe is go, 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 go. I'm here. I'm ready to play. My tribe is chill. But that's what I was going for. But no, keep going, Nicole.
No, that's fair. I mean, I just like a lot of things that Nicole was saying. I thought that she was really an interesting personality. To me, she just read as someone that's going to be able to really connect with people easily. Like she mentioned, identifying with Jam Jam because of his social ability. She also mentioned that she had a hearing disability as well, and that allowed her to be able to connect with people and read lips and be able to pick up on social cues better than like the average person. And she recognizes her like possible perception that she is unassuming, that she is someone who may not be seen as a threat. And I kind of got the same sense, like, but she is a fan of the game, and I think she's someone that could be pretty savvy within the game. I don't know, like, and we say a lot of time, like the gays in these social strategy shows, they are usually, you know, able to go far because of being able to naturally socialize with people in different environments. And I get a sense that she could be able to do that. The only negative is that she mentioned she could be impulsive and she loves the flair of things. So kind of to your point, like I'm picking people who are probably going to be big personalities, but may not be able to get the win. But I don't know. I'm confident in them. Like I feel confident in Nicole's ability. I feel like she's going to be able to stand on what she's saying.
Yeah. At a point, I had her last on my list. I watched her video and I said, you're losing. You're not winning the game. Her energy is just so... It's very Izzy from Big Brother 25 coded. Cerie's main Apple Scrapple. She also mentioned Cerie in her video, which is funny because a lot of people miss Cerie usually, but this season, only like 2 or 3, and she was one of them. And I feel like she's going to have a very erratic energy. She said she's going to have a very erratic energy. She said she's going to be very impulsive. I was like, you're going to not be able to cool it down, Queen. And that's going to get her fucked up. I'm like, she could crash out even. Like, maybe not, but I did love all of the things she was saying and what she was about, and she's here to play the game. Even the way she described who she would vote to win, she's like, someone who's playing this game, it doesn't matter what they're doing, but if you're playing the game, like she's going to play Survivor. And I respect that. I really like her. That's the thing. I love this cast. I hate that I even had her so low, but I just feel like the other thing, I pulled up the tribes. A part of me is like, this tribe's gonna lose. I don't know why.
I feel that about Yellow Tribe.
Okay, I can see that for Yellow as well. Red is not losing.
Red is
agree on that. We can agree on that.
If Red is the flop tribe.
The reason for Blue was puzzles. I was like, Annie not doing that puzzle. Like I don't know. That was my reason. And on the Yellow Tribe, I was like, Jason's gonna eat that puzzle up. Like in my mind, when I was thinking about that, I really didn't think about anything but the puzzle.
Oh yeah, but Jason mentioned being like nerdy and things like that.
Yeah, he studied it and shit. So I was that's what I was thinking. And I was like, this tribe's gonna flop. And if this tribe flops, baby, good luck to you. That was my other thing. But I actually loved her, which is crazy because I had her so low, but I really did love her. So hey, you ate that up. I ain't got no problem with that.
I just like this draft is so crazy. It's crazy. It's not like all over the place, but it's like, I don't know.
It kind of is. Like the fact that we both got our top 3 is crazy in itself.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, the next person I'm picking is Sophie with an I.
I wanted her. She was my next pick too. She was my next pick too. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that that you got.
So this is the first time. This is the first one we done fucked each other up. I loved Sophie down and so many positives. She's a big fan of the game. She was to me, she was the middle ground. She was the middle ground between I'm gonna play this game and I can stay level-headed and calm. I think with a lot of people, I was worried. I was like, you're gonna crash out, da da da. She has been watching since she was 7 with her grandma. Her grandma was a Cuban immigrant. She talked about being the relative to an immigrant and all of that. I feel like there's so many life experiences that she has, even though she's only 27, that I feel like this is going to help you. Like you being Cuban, you having to help your grandma, you living with her and helping her with her immigration, all of that. She was also someone who's applied before. She almost got on season 38. The people she says she loves are people like D, people like Jam Jam, people who want to play the game hard. She wants to play the game hard. And I don't know. I just respected it. I respected the fuck out of it. I liked it. And it didn't seem overbearing. Yeah, I think, no shade, like Nicole, I was like overbearing. I was like overwhelming. I was like, yeah, you're going to crash out. Something about Sophie, she's going to play that game, but she's going to try to be smart. And I'm like, okay, please eat this shit up, honey. I love her. Love her down.
I'm so glad you got her because I just love her personality so much. She seems like a chill vibe bitch. She was talking about having Nicki Minaj come out on the island.
Yes,
as a family visit. I said not a bar, but period. But no, I just love her personality, and I think she's gonna be able to really get along with people. The only thing that scared me was when she mentioned that she really doesn't have much of a physical background, but she knows she'll be able to save it with her genuine connections. There are certain times, bitch, if you flop in the challenge, they're gonna be like, you gotta go, and there's nothing you could do about it, depending on who you're with on your tribe. And I'm looking at her tribe, like you mentioned. We don't know how strong it's gonna be, and if it's not that strong, Jake already mentioned wanting to go after weaker people pre-jury, and that could be dangerous for her. And she said that her strong suit is her mouth because she's able to really easily connect with people, which I sense. Like I would love Sophie, but she also mentioned that it could be a problem for her because she does not sugarcoat things. She can be blunt and things like that. So it just scares me a little bit. I wish she was kind of on a more secure tribe like Savannah. Like the reason why I think Savannah is going to do well because they have similar qualities. Like I would love to see Savannah and Sophie in the same room, beefing, working together, whatever the fuck. But Savannah feels like she's going to on a better setup tribe. And I don't love Sophie's setup on her tribe, which is why she was number 5 for me. You also took Nate from me. So you kind of got Nate and Sophie from me. I wanted both of them.
So I will say I don't know about her tribe, but Annie did not give a great description. But Annie said, I want to work with men and a very short girl with long dark hair. Sophie mentioned in her bio that she's the shortest girl out there and she's 5'2", and she does have long dark hair. I think Annie was talking about Sophie. Sophie also said she wants to work with Jake. Now,
she did.
And Annie wants to work with men. So in my mind, I'm like, maybe Annie, Sophie, and Jake can be a thing. And I specifically feel this way because although Jake wants to work with strong people, he's on a tribe full of non-strong seeming people. No shade, Alex doesn't seem the strongest when you hear him talk and see him walk around. Neither does Jeremiah. So I don't think Jake has much options. So in my mind, I'm like, if Sophie goes to him, it might just be Jake, Sophie, maybe Annie, maybe one of the other people, maybe Nicole, or maybe Alex, and then the 4 of them running. I can see her being strategically apt enough to manage this tribe, even like a Jeremiah, maybe she could work with. So I was like,
I can see Nicole, Jeremiah, Annie loving her.
Yes,
this is going to be a very interesting tribe dynamic because they kind of this big, bulky dude. Which Jake, a lot of people say very positive things about him, so I can see everyone trying to maybe be able to use him. But it also seems like everyone else would get along a little bit better with each other.
I agree. Like I think he's kind of fucked, so I think he has no choice. So if she's picking him up and he's at the bottom, I think she can have control of the tribe. So I'm like, and that's me doing a lot of thinking, but I saw it for her. All right, who you got next? Ooh, I'm scared, bitch. This is scary. Ooh.
This one, honestly, this is my faith of a mustard seed pick.
I like that.
I don't know what it is, but I feel something. Give me Chris Diva. Chris Diva.
She was up there for me. She was number 6 for me. She was number 6.
I love Christina. She was number 6 for me too.
Twins.
I really like Christina. I loved her energy. I loved her vibe. A lot of people in their preseason interviews mentioned noticing her and noticing her energy. I know one girl on her tribe mentioned it as maybe a negative thing, but it just seems like when people talk to her, they're going to be in love with her personality. Like, she's someone who radiates, I think, just positivity. She mentioned herself being able to connect with people well, and that she identifies with people like Sari because of her social ability. She also mentioned how like she got into the show while she was dealing with postpartum depression, the death of her mother, and really getting pulled out of that from people like Caleb and Emily. And so she's someone that I feel like could do well, I guess, with the emotional hardship of the game, and could potentially be someone that could like lift other people up. Like, to me, she just seemed like a really bright energy. And if she can bring that to the tribe, I think a lot of people want to keep her around, and they can bring her really far. I don't know how she could be strategically. That's like one of my only negatives, but I just feel so positive about her. And I just get a sense that everyone else will also just feel positive about her. Like, I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of like a faith pick. And another thing that she mentioned I really liked was that she does not mind going into merge in minority. And I say that all the time. I wouldn't give a fuck. It could be me and one other person, and then you go to the merge with the power because everyone will want to work with you. Like, stuff like that I just thought was really interesting. Like, she's someone who I feel like will have a very unexpected good strategic game. Like, low key.
I see that. I think that was my only concern, which is why she wasn't a little higher, but she was still high. Because I agree with everything you said. I was just like, where's the strategy? And she almost seems a little bit too what's the word? Calm? Like, she almost seems too relaxed. Sometimes in Survivor, you have to have the capability of keeping up with the shits because it goes a little fast. And I'm like, she might just be too like, girl, I don't know. I just wonder how she'll be when the strategy starts moving and going. I wonder if she can keep up. That was my only question. But I like her. I think she'll do good in her tribe. There was someone, Sophie, in her tribe, said that she's social, so that's someone who she feels like is going to be a threat to her. But I don't think it's giving I'm gonna take a shot at her. I just think I got to keep my eye out for Selena. I don't think it'll be bad within the tribe because of her, Sophie, and maybe even MC. If the girls can link up in this tribe, maybe that'll work, because I don't think it's gonna be, oh, I got to take her out just because I felt this way before the season. You know, I think she'll be fine. So we'll see. She was an interesting one, like her pick. The next person I have actually is Sophie again. I have the other Sophie. Now, this is kind of a faith of a must see.
Fairly high.
This is kind of a faith of a must see for me as well. I think she, honestly, I'm not even gonna do her like that. She said all the right things. It was just almost like, can you do all the right things? Because she's been a super fan. She even has done fantasy Survivor draft picks. You know, she was an alternate for season 48, similar to Rachel, who won. She compared herself to Rachel. She's like, not only was she an alternate, but also she kind of played this game in a certain way that I feel like I can get with. Now, one of the negatives and the reason she isn't my highest is she was like, I'm emotional. She says, like Carolyn, I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna vibe off my emotions. But you know who she reminded me of, Lee? Bailey Pelham from Big Brother Canada. I really got that from her. I'm like, you could be emotional, but you could also control it strategically. She said a lot of great strategic things. She wants to work with MC, who is on her tribe. She wants to work with strong people who are threats, physically, meat shield shit. So I liked her. I think she said a lot of good things. Yeah. I don't know about this tribe. Couldn't tell you nothing about I don't know what's gonna happen.
Their tribe, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. Sophie, she's one of the people who I didn't necessarily get the most of how she would actually play the game. Some of her negatives stood out for me as well. She says her emotions are hard to conceal. She's very expressive, but she mentioned loving to bring people together. However, I noted that she didn't really give any real examples of how she's done that or where she's done that at. And she seems very like chill to me. Like, she gives me a vibe of like, I don't know if people are going to like gravitate towards her and want to be brought together by Sophie. And I'm also like, where does she fit in on this tribe? This is a very oddball tribe, in my opinion. And I'm like, where does she really even fit in? I think she could be the one on the out. We'll see. She mentioned that she likes MC and that she wants to work with her. MC also mentioned wanting to work with a SS. That will be Sophie. So maybe she does have a connection there. But from there, I'm not really sure. And then she also mentioned not liking Christina. Not necessarily not liking her, but she realizes that she could be a social threat because she is so bubbly and nice. So didn't love that for Christina. But like I said, I don't know how well she's going to really, ingratiate herself. But I do love how level-headed she is. I do think she'll be able to go far if she is on a good starting tribe.
I will say, to your point, a lot of people did on other tribes did say SS is someone they liked. I remember hearing SS a lot for a lot of people's positives. So maybe she gives an energy in person that is a little bit more gravitational, because a lot of people did say SS, especially on the red tribe, but they're not on her tribe. But MC said it too. So it's like, I think she has a vibe, but we'll see, child. Who you got next?
Our next pick. Who's my next pick? See, and this is where it honestly starts getting to, like, I mean, hey,
I very much so.
I think you'll do well. I'm gonna do Steven.
Okay, who the fuck
rocket
is Steven?
scientist? It's not rocket science.
Yeah, no, you know what? He was high. He was my next. I had one person in front of him, but he could have been that person. He had a lot good. But why you pick him?
No, I really like this this pick for me. He was a really good speaker, in my opinion. He also mentioned the hearing disability for a reason as to how he's able to connect with people and become a good communicator and become a good listener. So I really enjoyed that. And he also mentioned that he's excited to connect with people. And I got that vibe. I got a vibe that he's excited to go out there and make friends with these people. And I do think he's someone that would be seen as an asset on his starting tribe. And I can see him getting pulled into a lot of allegiances. One of the negatives was that he mentions that he is an overthinker, which could be a bad thing. But I just think that a lot of people are going to want to gravitate towards his energy. I get good vibes from him. And I don't know. I think he could be interesting. He did mention he is the pandemic fan. He's one of the only people this season that has started in the pandemic. But I don't know. And he mentioned he hasn't watched every season. But for some reason, I feel like he could be one of those people that doesn't need to watch every season to still do good. Like I get good vibes, in my opinion. It's similar to Christina, and the fact that I just think you'll do so socially well that you could go far, and maybe you'll have just enough strategy to be able to get a win.
Yeah, I actually liked him. He seems smart, even though he is a pandemic fan. All of the things you said, I agree, were positives for me. I was unsure of him, so I put him in the middle. I was like, you could do good, or you could not do as good as it seems. Like, I wonder if he can actually initiate all of the things he was kind of saying, because he said a lot of positive things. He even, when he started talking about what he likes in a winner, he was like someone well-rounded, someone who does all of the things, social strategy, and then physical isn't even really something he prioritized. And I was like, oh, okay, wait, like maybe you have some chops to you, but I just think because he wasn't a big fan, I wasn't understanding it. And also on his tribe, even more so than anyone else, I'm kind of like, where the fuck are you going to go? Like, I think he's going to be social, so that's going to probably help. But I just feel like, who are you naturally going to vibe to? I'm not sure, because I feel like there's a natural vibe with SS and MC, because they said it. I feel like Matt likes niggas, like he got them locks, you know? So it's like, and he mentioned his job that he didn't want to do it because it was too many people who he doesn't really like being around. So I'm like, if Matt's gravitating towards MC and Christina, and Sophie's gravitating towards MC, it kind of just leaves Steven out. So I'm like, within your tribe, what's going to happen? But we'll see, because who knows, bitch. My next pick I have, and this is, like Lee said, where it gets to, hey, I'm just vibing with you. I have Jason. I kind of just liked Jason, so that's why I picked him. It was very much so, I just like you. He is really here to play the game. He was very excited to play the game. He's very excited to be on Survivor. He's a Survivor super fan. He's kind of very nerdy. I don't necessarily think he can win, but I just like him. That's my genuine opinion. He is a super fan. He's very, very knowledgeable. He mentions he doesn't want to go on Jurleys early because he doesn't want to make sure that he's a target from getting an advantage. But later in the game, he does want to get an advantage because he wants to use that thoroughly. He has a very intellectual way of looking at the strategy, but I just feel like, is he going to be able to implement socially and integrate himself in an alliance and all of that? I don't know. So
yeah, I the same thing. I agree with what you're saying. I think that he was really interesting. I loved his personality. I loved his whole vibe. He's a Pokemon fan. I love Pokemon. He mentioned being a fan of Smash Brothers, and he is really like passionate about it. Like the way he was describing it, like he broke it down to where I was like, is he talking about the same thing? Like I wanted to Google to make sure that he was talking about the same thing I knew he was talking about. But that was just really interesting. And I my biggest fear is that he won't be able to connect with people as easily. Like that's just my main thing. Like, are people going to want to vibe with him? I just don't know. But he understands that he will be underestimated, and he mentions that he wants to use that to his advantage. But I don't know where he's gonna go. I have him pretty low because of that. I don't know how people are going to want to relate to him or even want to work with him. So we'll definitely see. He mentioned loving Christina, which I was living for. Hopefully we get into that.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I don't really have the highest of hopes, but I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up doing well. Like I could see this being a season of like scrappy players like Juwan, him being able to really like make some moves, you know?
I agree. Yep. All right. Who you got next?
My next pick. Oh, look at that. My next pick. I got a lot of women. My next pick is MC.
Oh,
MC is someone else who I wasn't 100% sure on. Only because this is the person who started watching It's About 47. But when I got into her interview, I just really liked her personality. I liked her energy. She's someone else who I feel like is kind of coincidentally on a good starting tribe. But she seems like someone who I think will be able to really vibe with people on a natural level. She's someone who is a physical person. So I think she'll be able to do really good physically and be seen as an asset. And I really just feel like she's someone who, even though she just got into the show, she's someone else that could just naturally pick it up. Like a lot of the same vibes as Steven, where I think she would just be naturally good at the game and she could turn on a little strategy to really make it work. So I don't know. It's not like I'm confident. Like I'm really not confident in any more of my picks, genuinely.
Yeah. No,
but I get a sense that she can do well, just like naturally.
No, honestly, I do agree. And I actually had her in the same, and she was my next pick. So I agree. I do feel like I liked her, and I feel like other people will like her. She just did not seem like she fully grasped Survivor just yet. She's just too new of a fan. And she mentioned something. What did she say? She mentioned how she's a people pleaser, how she wants to go on journeys and get all the idols and da-da-da-da. And my immediate thought was, you want to go on a journey and lose your vote? Like anyone who answered, I want to go on journeys versus the people who said, I don't need to do that. I think that's an indicator to me of like, you don't fully understand. Because if MC is going on all the journeys, she's going to be losing her motherfucking vote every fucking round. And she just has this eagerness that seems like you have a lack of knowledge of what you're getting into. And that's why I'm like, ooh, that's why I'm scared. Like, you don't really know what you're getting into, honey.
Yeah.
But
that was a kind of interesting way of saying that.
Yeah. That's how I feel. But she also didn't really practice puzzles. I'm like, well, girl, you're gonna need to do puzzles. Like, she just doesn't seem like she knows what she's getting into. Seems like she's here. She's a new fan. She started 1 season ago, and here we are. So I'm like, ooh, good luck, girl. Good luck, Queen.
Good luck, Charlie.
Good luck, Charlie. But good luck, Michelle. But I like her. Honestly, I really like her, and I hope she does good. But that's how I felt. My next pick, and I agree with Lee. These next picks, I'm like, well, good luck, Charlie. My next pick is Jeremiah. He's a fan.
Oh, I like Jeremiah. It's so funny. Every time I was ranking him, I was like, I kind of just want him on my team, so I'm gonna have him here. But
yeah,
as
real.
people kept coming in, I was like, I don't know.
No, that's real. I liked Jeremiah a lot. It's just something about him just doesn't give. He's gonna be capable of winning. Maybe he is. Who knows? But he kind of had a lot of like energy, and it almost felt like, how do you say this? It almost felt like, if I was talking to you, I wouldn't necessarily love the energy. Like you're kind of just talking a mile a minute, stuff like that. But I think he's very smart. I think he has a very good sense of the game. If he's able to control his social perception, I think it could work. It's just, I kind of feel like your social perception might be, ooh, you're a threat because you're doing so much and you're active and da-da-da. He's probably going to be hopping to multiple people. I could see him like trying to do a quick little lie here and then a lie here and getting caught up. Didn't that happen to someone recently? Like, I see that happening to him and I hope it doesn't, but yeah, he was cute. Honestly.
Yeah, he my biggest fear is that he gave like nervous energy. Like even in the interview, he kept like doing this little shake, and I get it, girl. I got ADHD, girl. I have to move and fidget and things like that. But that kind of scared me because I was just hearing the tone of his voice. I was like, "Are you nervous?" Maybe it's because he was in the interview process. Like, I that scares me for the island. But I also think that if he's not nervous, he could be really good socially. Like, I think a lot of people could want to gravitate towards him. He seems fun. He seems really nice and really sweet, and he also is a fan of the game. So I feel like he could use some of that knowledge to help him strategically as well. Like, if he's able to get people under him, I can see him making a move or two. Like, I can see him really being a big figure in this game, but like, you know, I feel like it's going to be either or. Like either he's going to flop or he's going to be that figure. You know,
I agree. I do
so
agree.
we'll see. Or do what's his name? Was it not Rome? Romeo. Remember how Romeo?
Oh my God!
Was,
Yes,
Romeo was
I see that
huge presence in pre-jury, and then nowhere.
Yep, I definitely see that. All right, who you got next?
My next pick. This is kind of like, it's getting like, oh my God, like
it's only 5 people left. It's only 5 picks left, so it's getting down to the wire.
Because I feel like also like you could tell it's like a difference in like cast almost, or like our reception to them, because I feel like we would still have more to say by this point, but I'm kind of like, I don't really have many like
just vibes at this point for real.
My next pick is Alex.
Whoa. I have to look to the bottom of my list. All right.
Not the bottom of my list.
Yeah,
this is the first person I'm picking from Bloom. I enjoy Alex. He mentioned being a super fan. He's been in the Survivor Club in high school. He also is a political communications director, and he was the youngest to do so on Capitol Hill, which I just thought was really impressive. Like dealing with politics, he mentioned having to deal with several different types of people with different political backgrounds, and with the current political climate, I could see that being a really hard thing to deal with. So I feel like if he's able to deal with them, I can see him working really well socially. The negatives is that he is, he says, very empathetic, and he connects with people very easily, and he could be a softie. He mentioned that if a cute girl is there on the island, maybe she could sway him a little bit, which is why he's a little lower on the list. But he's just someone that I feel like is not going to be on the outs of a group. He seemed like he could be into a group really easily, but he also seemed kind of naive, I'm not going to lie. So I can see him easily getting swindled and swooped, but hey, we're towards the bottom of my list. So
this was a big chop. I call him Randall. He is Randall from Monsters Inc. He has very, but he described himself this way. He said, with my friends, they're the ones who know that if they tell me something, I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell the other person so they don't tell me things, because I'm slimy. I'm a slimy person. Like, that's just how I am. I'm just slimy in real life. And, I'm on Capitol Hill, and on Capitol Hill, we just do a little slimy things. And, I do tell people's business, but they won't know because I'm just going to, and it's like, okay, Randall, like, it's very much so slimy. Like, it gives slimy energy. He comes across kind of that way. He reminds me of the snitch from Recess, that curly hair boy with the yellow. Like, that's what he gives me. Like, you're just going to go around snitching on everybody and get caught the fuck up and go home. I don't see winner material in him at all. I also wasn't a big fan of him. I'm like, this is a chop for me down, honey. So no.
The girl Alex gay. That's not confirmed, child.
Alex says he's interested in cute. If a cute girl approaches him, he might get da da da. So if we're going based off what he said, he at least likes women. So I guess at least bisexual. But we don't know. Who knows? He's slimy. My next pick, and once again, as Lee said, hey, we're here. But I really like this person. I actually still like 2 people. I hope I get them both. I really like this person. I'm going to choose Annie. Just really like her. I feel like she has a lot of other people perceive her very positively. But what?
Almost all of your picks are from the bottom of my list.
And that's
like
crazy.
I most of the times I'm getting my very next pick because your picks is all at the bottom of my list.
Yeah. And honestly, kind of same, because Nicole was at the bottom, Alex was at the bottom. So there's that. But no, loved Annie.
What 2 totally different receptions.
We were good. We just could have came up here and just said our top 8 and move forward. Annie, everyone loved.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, what I got?
You got 3 of my top 10.
You got. Ooh, I don't think you. Oh, you got Rizzo, Savannah, Christina. That's it. You got 3 of my top 10.
That's crazy.
Everyone else I got. That's crazy. But yes, love Annie down. Annie is what was liked by everyone else. Almost damn near half the cast said, the girl with pink hair, I love her. I love her energy. She's a vibe. I want to work with her. Da da da. Whoop whoop whoop. That could be very helpful for her if she's able to maintain that. She actually doesn't seem as kooky as I feel like she appears. When she's talking, she kind of sounds normal, and she's a CEO of a company. She does do corporate situations in her life. She's not just this kooky crazy girl, which I feel like she appears. She's been watching since the beginning of the show, so she is a super fan. She also does a lot of outdoor stuff. She makes fire. She goes camping. She goes hiking. She has a lot of positives. She also talked about how she grew up and she struggled mentally because they didn't have food in the house and they were living off food stamps. So she's going through a lot of different experiences. So I think all of those positive, great qualities for a Survivor player. One of the issues is that she kind of just talks about, well, I love positive people and I just want to vote a positive person. And if you're in this game and you're playing positively, then we're positive and positive and positive. And yes, and you know what? I'm not a good liar. I'm kind of a bad liar. I'm going to be walking around. And if I see a fine dude, I'm going to be like, oh, yes, look at that man. And I usually work with men. And yes, men. So those were the negatives. But also,
I didn't love any of that. Like, it was a lot of like bad, in my opinion. Like some of the stuff. Let me see what my notes are saying. To me, it gave casual fan. She seemed like someone who's going to be good physically, but to me, that's really it. She says she's not a great liar, easily trusting, not great at puzzles, hate the water. I was like, no.
Literally.
But I agree with you. I think she's going to be really liked if she's able to connect with people. I think they're going to be like, well, we can, no shade, use this lady. So
if I had to predict, she's going to be up under a man. Well, no, not if I had to predict. She said, I'm going to be up under a man. It's surprising that I actually like women. I don't usually like women. Those are quotes out of her mouth.
No, she didn't say it like that.
She literally said that. Go watch her video. Don't make me pull it up.
No, she said, yeah, some of the women I'm vibing with, which is shocking because usually I connect better with men.
Exactly.
She said it.
Exactly. And then she also said, if a man is in that tribe, I'm probably gonna, oh my God, yes, a man.
But then she said, or a woman, I just love people.
Sure.
And she kept controlling it. She kept
trying to, she was like, let me find it. So if I had to predict, she's gonna work with Jake. I think she's gonna run to work with Jake. I think Sophie is gonna want to work with Jake, and I think they're gonna form a group with maybe one of the boys, either Alex or Jeremiah, and then move forward. If I had to predict. So I think she's gonna be, because this is the thing, working with men has paid off. We just saw Eva last season be an alliance full of 4 men and make it all the way to the final 3, and damn near she could have won that game. So it's like, I don't even think that's a bad strategy. Nicole Franzel does it in Big Brother. So it's like, there's nothing wrong with that strategically. It's just, personally, I'm like, okay, girl, find a woman. But who you got next?
This next pick to me is the male Annie. I just think he'll be a little bit more successful.
Don't you dare.
I'm going to pick Matt.
Ah!
When I first started hearing Matt speak, I immediately got the sense that this is someone he's raised outdoors. He mentioned, he's going to be really good with the physical side of the game and things like that. But when he got into like strategy, a lot of it was just like to be nice. He wants to be the nice guy on the island. He mentioned identifying with someone like Tyson because he's his humor. He thinks he's funny. They're both from the same city and things like that. And then someone like Christian Ubicki. But he didn't really go into like depth on like why he likes Christian. I think it's more so like everyone, we just love to watch Christian, so he's really endearing. That kind of scared me for like how he's going to play the game on a strategic level. Like, is he going to be able to like wake up and do a move? I don't know. But once again, like I said, we're at the bottom of the list. I think he's going to be really liked. I think he's going to be seen as an asset for the tribe. He's an outdoorsman. He does things regularly outside, so I think that he is going to be seen as an asset on that front. I just have no idea how he's going to be for the game. And honestly, I'm not making a smart decision, I don't think, because this is now my 4th person from the Yellow Tribe, and I think that they may all flop. So who knows how that's gonna go for me? But hey, somebody got to do it. I'm playing the long game.
Y'all, I love Matt so much. I really adore Matt. I like him like personally. In the game, I think the reason that I was like on him and he was so low was because everyone else, most other people were saying, we're voting for someone who's playing this game hard, and Matt is not going to do that based on what he said. So I'm like, there's going to be I feel like consensus that if this person didn't play the game hard, they're not voting for them. So many people said that. Steven said that. Jason said that. Christy said that. Sophie, the other Sophie, Rizzo, Nate, Jawan. I'm like, this season is going to have a big gamer who's playing the game hard in some fashion, probably end up winning this game if they can make it to the end. And I'm like, even if Matt makes it to the end, I'm like, girl, who's voting for you based on what you're saying? Like, you're basically saying, well, I just want to be friends and and maybe he'll have a Gabler run of it all. So yeah, I did want him, but I'll just take Jake. Don't think he's gonna win.
I did not love Jake like that.
I actually didn't like him much at all. I think a lot of people want to work with him. There's a few people who feel like he's a threat, but there's a few people who want to work with him. And I think that's why I feel like I guess you'll have an alliance. I think he will at least be a part of the game in some type of way, more so than Shannon. I think Shannon's just going to get shut out and sent the fuck home, if I'm being honest. But yeah, he wasn't gagging for me. He basically said he's like Joe from last season. Well, loyalty.
Mind you, as I saw someone ask in the chat, they did get to watch at least half of Survivor 48.
Yeah.
And he's like, so Joe's season isn't even finished. And out of everyone in Survivor history, you're like, I identify the most with Joe. A man that you haven't even seen if he could win the season yet or not.
Like what? And so many, honestly, other people said that too. That's probably why Jeff likes Joe so much. Something about Joe, everyone wants to be him. Like, god damn. So yeah, he really likes Joe, and he said Sam. This nigga doesn't watch the show. He doesn't really watch the show. He probably doesn't really have a true identity for what Survivor is. I just feel like he will have people who want to align with him, and that's it. Like, I just feel like he has a better chance than Shannon.
Yeah, because a lot of people mention him positively, which also could turn into a negative thing at some point because you are being noticed. You could have a very high threat level, and he doesn't seem smart enough to be able to lessen that threat level. He mentioned that he wants to see nice guys finish first. He wants to set an example that nice guys can finish first. We already mentioned he identified with Joe's stories. He said he dislikes backstabbing, wants to vote out physically weak players. And he says a kryptonite could be, let me see, he's not great at puzzles. Yeah. That could be a bad thing for him. And he also mentioned Alex on his tribe as someone that he may want to work with.
Alex? There is no, there is. Oh, Alex, him.
I believe he was mentioning Alex because he mentioned half African American. That also could, maybe he assumed it was, Nate or Jawan, but I was like, could be Alex for sure. Yeah. He seems like someone people are just going to want to gravitate towards and could probably get far based off of that, but I don't see him having the savviness to win Survivor.
I agree. Don't think he's going to win. And then the other person, who did you end up getting? Shannon.
Shannon is an interesting one. She's an entrepreneur. She owns a women's community for yoga, meditation. They have reviews for energy that coincide with the cycles of the moon. Very spiritual. She talks a lot about centering herself and centering her mind and aligning herself with God and being in the kingdom of heaven, which all of these things I'm not against, period, God. We love God around here. But I was just like, what does got to do with Survivor?
Quite literally nothing. This lady said, yeah, I typed into AI to make sure that I'm covering my bases. How would Jesus play Survivor well? Because I want to be guided by Jesus and I want to play Survivor well, which love Jesus down. But I think she's just going to be too focused on being a wholesome human being and whatever that means to her rather than winning Survivor. Like, baby, Jesus doesn't play Survivor. That's the answer.
At all.
Why are you here? So it was a chop for me. But she was the last person on the Yuli tribe.
Yeah.
She was the last person on the Yuli tribe. So you got 3 people from the Yuli tribe. I got 3 people. You got Shannon, Savannah, and Rizzo. I got Jawan, Nate, and Sage.
Mm-hmm.
On the Kelly tribe, which is the blue tribe, I got 4 people and you got 2 people. So you only got Nicole and Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I got Jake, Jeremiah, Annie, and Sophie. Hopefully they don't flop. And then on the yellow,
that's the flop tribe because I got.
The yellow tribe. You have 4 of them. You have MC, Christina, Matt, and Steven. And then I have Sophie and Jason. Child.
Rooting for my yellow now. Rooting for my yellow.
Rooting for blue a little bit. Really, I'm just rooting for red.
I think all the 4 people I chose from yellow are going to be social threats potentially if they can make it further into the game. So
I see that.
Let's hope. It's going to be interesting. I also have 5 women? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women.
Yep.
You
and
meninist.
3 men.
You meninist.
I am a meninist. That's crazy. I have 5 men and 3 women. No, I have 4 women.
Do you?
Oh, it's 5 and 4. We each have 9. You have 5 and 4. I have 5 and 4. Okay, it's not that bad.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad. It's not terrible.
Yeah. Okay, so these are our tribes.
Terrible for you.
Pick the. Oh yeah, the Jason one is off. Honestly, these are our tribes. I like our tribes, our drafts. I like mine a lot. I don't like yours at all.
I think mine is interesting. I don't love yours at all either.
Yeah,
I fuck with mine a little bit. It got something for everybody. Come get your play. Come get your juice. I got 2 bitches for Survivor 50, bitch. I got the black girl here, black girl with the black girl, bitch. Yeah. I got hearing disability representation, bitch. I have God.
You literally have Jesus on your side.
Shan God, you know, I have a white man with dreads. I have it all. I could probably suck a watermelon through a straw. Believe me. And this is the thing. I don't usually feel this way, but this time I'm like, I don't see how you win. Like, I actually feel real confident in mine. Usually I don't. Usually I'm like, I honestly wouldn't be shocked. When I was drafting, I was like, honestly, I could easily see myself losing this one. I don't feel confident in really any of my picks. Like, literally, the first two were based on them probably being on Survivor 50.
Which is real. That's a good. That's a good. Like, honestly, based off of that alone, you probably could get it. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat though. Y'all vote. Who got it?
Lee drafted team DEI.
Who just? Don't do that. Oh, mine do look a little white. But yeah, I'm here. I'm excited. I feel like I got some of the cool people. I feel like I wish I had more diverse. That's literally it. Yours is a lot more diverse than mine. I feel like I wish I picked from different facets, but I feel like I ended up with a lot of.
Well, girl, this is a win. The draft. This ain't got nothing to do with fairness.
I will say I was just vibing. I wanted to pick people who I felt like could win, but I also liked. And then, like, other than that, I was like, oh, you know, if I don't like you, I don't like you. So there's that. What they saying in the chat? Oh, Lee got 78%. They say Lee gonna win. All right, I'm gonna hold y'all to this. I'm gonna hold y'all to this. Fence to hold y'all to this, because we'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all. We'll be here all season covering Survivor 48, 49. Forgot. God damn it. Every single Wednesday, of course, get into it. And then also, we will be doing our Survivor Rewind alongside of it. So join us for Survivor Nicaragua, Survivor 21. Survivor Nick. All season, we will be covering Survivor Nicaragua. Nayanka is who we will be covering. Nayanka and Brenda. Nayanka and Brenda. And that's it.
And although
what?
Fabio was a gay awakening for me.
Was he?
He was.
That white boy didn't do nothing for me.
He was doing it for me, baby. Ooh, he was doing it for me.
He's like a Tarzan cute. Like, go swing from some trees.
Yeah, I got a tree he can swing from.
Oh my God. So get into that. Every single Monday, we will be going live discussing Survivor Nicaragua episode by episode. And then every single Wednesday, of course, we will be doing Survivor 49. We're also covering the rest of Big Brother. Tonight, I will be going live for my TRK after show with Kylan Young. Get into that. Tomorrow, we'll be doing our eviction breakdown. Friday, I'll be doing the challenge. And of course, The Amazing Race is coming up soon. Tomorrow, we're going to have our cast reaction to The Amazing Race, and we will be covering The Amazing Race every single Thursday moving forward. And then starting in October, which is only 2 weeks away, Big Brother 6 Rewind will be coming up, and Love is Blind. So, baby, we got a packed schedule. Y'all better get into it all, okay? If you did not know, we are hiring at the Reality Kingdom. There is a link in the description for the application. If you want to get up here and talk your shit about Survivor or Survivor Australia or Survivor 50, then you better send in your application. Don't be afraid. Submit an application and you could be up here podcasting with us as well right now. If you've already sent it in, check your emails because you might have gotten one from me to try to schedule something. So get into that. But get into y'all motherfucking application. Get into that. Get into the Reality Kingdom. And thank you for keeping it real with the Kingdom, bitch. We're out.